Today on the channel, we go ape with NECA King Kong Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, long game Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a long gamer. We got King Kong Ultimate Edition. But for all your King Kong Ultimate needs and a whole lot more, jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And deal I got this about a year ago or so. What is time once again? 10, 15 bucks. I got this and the ghost face from Scream at a Walmart. They were clearancing stuff out. Grabbed this one, and this was the only one I was missing of all the other NECA King Kong figures. Now, we've unboxed quite a few of them on the channel here. I think there's maybe 4 in total, possibly 5. I think this makes 4, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go look. I didn't grab all of them because you really need to see all these King Kongs. But we've got a lot of different King Kongs. It's all about getting the most out of your molds, but it's also all about getting the most out of your licenses. As King Kong, probably I don't know if an expensive license in this day and age, but it's not cheap. And if you sign the license, guess what? You're going to do everything you can to get everything out of that you can. And we've seen NECA, they make the sculpt for King Kong. Let's revisit it with extra accessories, different hands, different heads, things like that. And we've seen that time and time again from NECA, including on this one here. And we're going to do this one here like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Without further ado, let's see what old King Kong's up to. No good. It looks like he's climbing a building, doing his usual stuff up there, old King Kong. King Kong, an all-timer, a favorite of mine as a little kid. I always lumped him in with the Universal Monsters. It's funny because of the Crestwood book series. Real ones know about that series. When I was a kid in kindergarten, first grade, I checked them out every time at the school library. I was very fortunate to have those books. And my dad, of course, loved Universal Monsters. So between watching those movies as a kid at home, seeing my dad's Aurora Monster kits, then me being able to check out those books at my local library or my school library at the time, I definitely came away with a deeper appreciation than maybe most of my age of the Universal Monsters. But there was all the books on Wolfman, Dracula, Creature, and so forth and so forth. But they also had a book on Godzilla and King Kong separately. So I always, in my head as a little kid, lumped them all together. So when I think of King Kong, I think of Godzilla, I think of Dracula, Wolfman, Creature. Not necessarily the case, but that's where my mind works on my how I was brought up at the library, I guess, as a kid. But looking good here. King Kong on the side, King Kong extra matte over here. That's the head I think I'm going to be using on this one. And then on the back, all kinds of stuff going on back here. What's it say? Anything fun? Includes airplane, shackles, interchangeable head and hands, and nobody shackles King Kong. And man, oh man, I don't know if you guys are like me. I would love to see figures from 70s King Kong. And wasn't there another sequel, I think, in the early 80s? Both of those I watched on TV a lot when I was a little kid growing up. You only had so many channels to watch from, and I loved watching. I remember the heart transplant for King Kong. It was a wild time. It was a wild time. We'd love to see those one day. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. Probably not. But we're going to dive into old King Kong, the old King of Kongs right here. Looking pretty good. See you later. Shuffle off to the side. See you later. I'm going to pop this bad boy out. There we go. We got hands, and we got the airplane. I like what they did there. We'll dive into that here in a second. And then we got King Kong with the shackles, the head, and the body. But there it is, King Kong NECA. I'm going to take this offline, get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things King Kong. All right, let's kick off King Kong. Let's kick it off with the accessories. And King Kong, we're going to start with his hands is where we're going to start. Got 2 Fists of Fury out of the package. Going to throw some punches at some airplanes, punch some walls, break some buildings. Like the Rampage video game once upon a time. An all-timer. of my childhood video game playing. You do got 2 splayed out hands, looking pretty good. And then you got 2 gripping hands here. I guess you can grip the plane with these, do whatever you want. But pretty much all the hands you could want for King Kong here. Now, like I mentioned, there's many versions of this King Kong. Make them all different. Use different hand combinations, different head combinations. Make the figures feel as different if you're buying all of them. And I have to imagine most people, I'm good with one King Kong, and then you get maniacs like me that you pick up all of these. And we got some shackles here. Oh, nobody can chain up a monkey, that's for sure. But we got him going here, looking very nice. Silver shackles, gray. You got the chains here in plastic, looking very good. You just slide the hand or take the hand off, slide it over, put the hand back in, and there it is. He's broken free. He's ready to climb the top of the Empire State Building, doing King Kong things, as we know. And he's going to be tested by an airplane gunner. This looks like something out of a miniatures. Now, there's a place at one of the local malls by me that has like this miniature train museum. Some guy bought the space or rents the space, has his whole train set up in there. Makes me wonder, Todd, maybe I can get some financing from you. Maybe I take this collection on the road. I take it somewhere. We get a building. We just build the collection out. We make a YouTube studio. We just have a good time. I think the time is to do that. I think we need to do that. We're going to add that to the checklist there. But maybe we can do that one of these days. And everybody can come visit me. You guys come say hi. I'll sit back there. Hey, you want to sit in and do a review with me? My dad won't do a review with me. He should be doing this one here, but maybe you would like to do a review with me. Maybe we work something out. I can get some partners. I can get a cavalcade of people come and sit with me here. We can do some reviews. It would be a great time. Trust me. Trust me. Maybe the future. Maybe the future. Who knows? But this looks like something you'd see in a miniature museum with trains going through and lights and stuff. But it is a nice miniature airplane. Looks like something out of a Red Baron frozen pizza, maybe. But you got the nice gray colors here. I like the effect piece on the front. Looks like the propeller is spinning. Got the wheels on it. Wheels do not move on this here. But you do got the gunner in the back. He's shooting at Kong. We got the pilot in the front. A dangerous piece of business, this thing here. But ready to go. Ready to land, do all kinds of stuff. Gonna land this plane. Looking very good, looking very cool. Once again, another accessory you could use with other stuff if you really wanted to. But a nice throw in here with King Kong. But now we're getting down to the King of Kongs right here. 2 head sculpts on King Kong. We get a very classic King Kong look here. Looks very comical. There's always that look where he's looking in like the building, a very famous scene from the movie. And that's kind of what this looks like to me here. He's got those big kind of crazy eyes, got the teeth going, got almost those tusks, it almost looks like, but big sharp teeth there, looking nice. Looking good though, looks like King Kong, got those big eyebrows, got 2 little ears on the side, a big old nose and the mouth wide open. Ooh, and we got the movable jaw on this one. I was gonna say, too bad there's no movable jaw, but there is. Love a movable jaw. Adds so much personality. It's like 3 heads in one. You have it closed all the way open, halfway. Looking very cool. Love to see that. Now the second head here, a little bit more angry, and this is the one I'm leaning towards using. This looks like an ape in the jungle who's just had enough. He's had enough, and he's got the war paint on him, and we call that war paint blood. He's been shot up a few times. He is not a happy camper. So this is probably the one where he's climbing the roof. He's up there. He's fighting these planes off. That's what we have. I'm surprised we don't got the female in distress in his hand. That would be very cool to get that. Not part of it here. But now we're diving into King Kong. We've seen this body type before. Got to get the most out of your molds. We know how that goes. Got the big ape chest here. You got the blood on the chest as well. He's seen some things. He's been a part of some things as well. Got those gangly arms here, those long gangly arms. Looking like a heels and faces zombie sailor figure with those long arms and short legs. But that's what the apes do. That's what they do, no matter what size. And one cool thing about this King Kong is, obviously it's King Kong from the movies, but if you're creative and you need a giant gorilla or an ape in your collection, you want to put this with your DC McFarlane figures, you want to put this with your Marvel Legends, your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heck, you want to put it in wrestling and have them wrestle a gorilla, you could do that. So the scaling works. Now, it's cool when you see something like this, and honestly, it feels like this plane might be a little small to what I think of as King Kong, but you could use this with your wrestling figures. Heck, I got the Ultimate Warrior here at the desk. It could be the epic matchup here. Ultimate Warrior versus a gorilla. Who do we got in the epic battle of the century right there? So you could get creative and move this in. You could have an army builder ape team. You could have him in the Planet of the Apes if you want to. So there is some extra meat on the bone here that I think some people don't pay attention to. But a very furry figure. It is a hairy bipedal creature, as we can see, looking very, very nice. Sculpted in hair all over. Talked about the Fist of Fury on here. You got the open 8 feet down at the bottom, looking very nice as well. Arms go all the way around for us, very tight on the shoulders. You really don't get much shoulder movement here because of the fur, so it doesn't lock in place. So little limiting on the articulation. I shouldn't say a little bit, very limiting in the articulation in the shoulders, but as we saw, arms do go around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. You know I like that. Hands removable, back forth, side to side. Head removable, back forth, side to side. You do get the waist articulation. You do get those big old Kong splits if you need them. Leg goes up for the big boot. Double jointed knees as well, pinless. Ankles, back forth, side to side, up and down. Our usual NECA King Kong articulation here. But a cool piece of business, whether you're a King Kong fan or you just want a gorilla or an ape in your collection, it isn't really a bad piece of business, all things considered. Especially you get this for 10, 15 bucks. That is the deal of the day. And he does fit on a ringside Mattel stand if that is your thing as well. So you can put him on there. But another King Kong figure for the collection. It's seemingly they are done with King Kong figures. It's been at least a year since we've seen one from NECA. I think they got the well dry on their King Kong stuff, I do believe. But we do got another King Kong here, part of the collection. Same body, different heads. And that's another thing. You can mix and match the heads if that is something you do. But another version of Kong to have. Make them as different as possible, like any Chase variant edition. That's always my recommendation, and that's what I'm going to do with this Kong as well. But there it is, King Kong NECA Ultimate Edition. Any thoughts from you guys out here? You pick this up, you have this a part of your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you here for 70s, 80s Kong movie figures? Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me know your thoughts once again in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. And you know there's a lot of content. Pro Wrestling Tees as well. Search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for King Kong NECA Ultimate, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?